Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on, man? How are you? Good morning or good evening, wherever you
Yeah,
at.
morning, my friend.
Morning,
I'm
Coma.
good.
Good morning. Good morning. Are we waiting for one more?
Yeah, I'm asking
Um,
if you can join us today.
All right, I'll keep an
yeah.
eye. I'll keep an eye on her in the crowd here. If I see a hand up or whatever, we'll invite her up. But just a heads up for two things. First, for you guys, since we aren't looking at each other and there's zero social cues, there's going to be a bunch of awkward, like, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be. You go, no, you know, like there's going to be some of that, like you go, I'll wait, it's your turn. No, wait, it's my turn. You know, there's going to be some of that. It just be aware of it. You know what I mean? We're all friends here. It's gonna get weird a couple times. Like we know this. It's okay. But I wanted to say that this is like I want to hear from you guys, not hear myself speak. So that was for you guys. That shit's definitely happening. So just a warning. And then for everyone listening, I wanted to give full disclosure in that yes, I own some Podtown NFT action. Yes, I've been following this project. Yes, I am a fan of this project. All these guys are cool. So I just wanted you to know that this is not a paid shill, but am I a fan? I am. So I know a little bit about these guys. I know a little bit about this project, but I was excited for this because I also wanted to hear more about it and talk to you guys. So I'll give her another minute, but in the meantime, I guess we can get started. Oh, of course, everyone has Ox as their first thing, so let me, so it's not going to be easy to differentiate. I'll do my best. Let's start. I'm going to go with Mia to the left, just visually. You want to talk a little bit about just what you do for the team?
Yeah, sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Good morning.
Okay, so yeah, good morning to you too. Okay, so first of all, thank you for having us here. And my name is Mia, and I'm together with Tono and one more member. We're working for the marketing part in Podtown. Her name is Ratatouille, but due to some incidents, she can join us today. But you guys will regularly see me, Tono, and Ratatouille hang around Podtown and working on some marketing partnership or all the activities that you can see for or other events too. So yeah, it's marketing.
So, well, it looks like you guys have a pretty live server. I've popped in there a couple times. I'm a mess of a human being. I'm scattered all over the place. But when I do go in there, it looks like you guys have a really active community. So that's awesome and important. So if that's what you're doing, hats off to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
And I also wanted to say thank you guys for joining me on voice chat. I know sometimes people do the text channel AMAs and stuff, but like for me, I'm horrible at typing. I type like a 5-year-old, so it would just take like years. This is just way faster, and I feel like it's a little bit more personal and a little bit more give and take. For me, I would rather listen to something, and this will be a YouTube video later that people can rock versus going back and reading a novel. Okay, so just wanted to put it out there. Okay, DJ, what's good? Good morning, and what do you do for the team?
Hey, hi. So this DJ, I'm one of the founder of the Bottown, and like I say, I'm a BDF guy of the team, and I'm the one who connect the designer and developer and everyone else sitting in the same place, and we work on the Bottown metaverse.
Awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize, especially early on, myself included, was how much you guys had going on from, I saw it first as NFTs and now it's evolved into so much more. So your guys are talking about gaming and everything else, and I want to hear about all of that. So awesome, which is why you guys obviously have a huge team because you have a lot going on.
Yeah, actually, like having you like in the early day with us is like very honored to have you. And Coma is, as you know, Coma is one of the supporter from the very beginning of the bot town. So thank you so much for having us here.
Of course, man. Oh man, I'm so excited. Like I said, I've loved talking to you guys. I love the project. I rocked the NFT as my PFP for weeks here in the server. I think I see a lot still in the server all the time, so people are a big fan. I got a
Yeah,
couple.
right.
You guys know I love them. I was in your server as well. Tono, what do you guys do? Me and you have been in correspondence for the last couple weeks leading up to this. What do you do for the team, my friend?
Yo, good morning.
Good morning.
Right, so I, you know, I don't know. Maybe I was just the one who send the product to the market. Like whenever we have something, right, the dev team will send it to us, and then we will coordinate with the team to launch it, and then introduce it to the world. So that's basically what I do.
Love it. Well, like I said, me and you have talked a lot over the last couple weeks coming up to this.
Right.
So, like every one of you guys that I've talked to have been awesome. So, thank you guys for being so cool to me and making a cool project. Light,
Thank you, my friend.
Light. What's going on, man?
Hey, it's nice to
Morning.
be here today. So, personally, I like this one because I was with Tom financing the Genesis pool. Like you
Yes,
set
yes.
pool and then you get Tom. It's for fun those days. And then myself working with Portal. I'm kind of like jumping around, throwing new ideas or products into Portal. So like they bought together and like what will be coming up for Portal. I will work with Degen to put together some plan for the team of how to expand our metaverse into bigger products for you guys.
I want to talk about all of it. I'm excited about all of
Yeah.
it. Like I said, you guys have so much going on. I'm gonna try to keep it to an hour, but know that I could talk to you guys like all day. So let's start from the beginning real quick. So now, who would like to speak? You guys discuss it among yourselves. Who wants to talk about how Pod Town started and this how this character that now everybody, at least if you're on Phantom, there's no way you haven't seen one of these characters. It's impossible. You'd have to be blind. So who started this as far as the PFP concerned? Before we even evolve into what it's now, who designed these awesome ass cats that everyone's seeing?
Right. I think I'm gonna defer to Degen on this, but I'm gonna give a brief introduction because the
Please.
one who introduced the concept of Neko is not here today with us. Hejun. I don't know why, but she's missing. So maybe Degen will
I'm
tell
sad.
Sorry. Yeah,
I'm
right.
super sad because I wanted to talk to her too because, like I said, I don't want to cut you off, but she's super talented. I knew her from. I didn't even realize she was doing the artwork for this. I knew her
Really?
from the auction scene, and I saw some of the other work that she does, which is very graphic, like very dynamic, very new school. Differentiated line weight, not 8-bit. So I didn't even realize that she was doing the artwork on this. So I'm sad that she's not here today, but it is what it is. Please continue. Sorry.
Right. Exactly. Because Hejun was somewhat we can say, micro celeb or micro influencer in the underground artist community of Phantom, right? So she started it, and she came up with the Neko sketch, and then that was the beginning, and then how we team up together and came up with the Port Town idea. So Degen can get into the details of this story.
Please,
Can you hear?
yeah, and yes, I can. And I did want to say one thing real quick was I'm excited that you have 2 women on the squad. There's not like I know that seems trivial, but to me that's magic. There's too many dudes. Too much a giant sausage party on Phantom. I'm happy that there's 2 women involved. So that in itself seems trivial, but I think that that's awesome that you had a woman, behind a lot of this stuff. So please, Degen, tell me about the early days and deciding to come to Phantom and deciding to do this project.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So actually, like in the team, we have like more than 2 women, like a lot. So
Yes, more the
so
merrier.
yeah. Okay. And so for the early day of Portal, like we work in the blockchain since 2017. I can say we are on one of the early, but we're not into a Phantom yet. Um, and so we really know the blockchain scene in Ethereum. And when we know Phantom, we really love how the speed and how the community we have been participating in Phantom in around like 2020. Um, and we love that. So that's why, because of the trend about metaverse, we start the idea of if we think of we can build something with the team of Zootopia when one of the animal, the first animal you see is the Neko. This is the first one, and then we think of we can do the gamification in on the financial activity. So when you jump into the portal metaverse, you are one of the citizens using your PFP. So that's why we start to introduce the first character as the Cyber Neko. Um, so this is the starting point of everyone when we're thinking of like this is the starting point of them when they try to get into the metaverse. So this is the very beginning of the town, right? So after that, we we try to talk to different artists, and here you one of that, and we try to different money sky of scale and to find out which one is the first NFT. Actually, like the first one is not the Neko, but we're thinking of the Inu. So it's like you in the internet team, we always have the team cat and team dog, right? So we love that
Okay.
idea, right?
All
And
right.
love that idea. And during our team discussion, we see that maybe the cat is more cooler than the dog. So we started with the idea like Neko is the first one we're gonna make on Phantom. So that's why we start the whole thing from the metaverse of Zootopia team, the Neko, and then on the Phantom side.
Oh, so you guys kind of knew early on that this was going to be way more than just an NFT or way more than a PFP project. You guys had this whole idea from early on.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's from the early. Actually, like we don't really know like what is the metaverse look like, and we just think about like if we want to build the whole new world, right? We think everyone should be something to starting with, and the net goal is the digital pass, the starting point of everyone. Um, we think of at this point the NFT PFP is really famous. A lot of people jump in and try to make some quick money on the NFT. But for us, we trying to make it as just the first starting point of everyone into the metaverse. So it's like the NFT in the beginning, and then try to make something out of it. So this is like something we want, but not really sure in the beginning.
Okay, now starting with the NFTs, because like I said, I don't know how much some of the people listening know exactly what goes into it and what happens behind the scenes and what the early launch was. Because some people are already asking, like, what is this? How do I get involved? Now, for starts, when you guys are doing a generative series like this, like obviously Light, you have the most yours is pretty badass. Like obviously I could tell that thing is, I'm guessing, ludicrously rare, right? Tono, yours is pretty chill. DGen, I love the bearded rabbit vibe. And Mia, you just smoking a cigarette in all black, which is kind of my style. That's pretty much how I roll. Now, when you guys are
Thank you,
coming
man.
up with yeah, I'm wearing black right now. Black sweatpants, black shirt. So like I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but I dig your vibe. Now, who's coming up with all the different, like who's involved with coming up with the different attributes and the different aspects of what's going on? Because you guys have a pretty wild gambit from all black smoking a cigarette, bearded bunny, winged light. What do you got going on there? Could you just tell me what that is, or what exactly these attributes are?
Yeah, so
Or
for
not.
for the cyber network, it's like I mean, in the beginning is a lot, right? You see, like if you jump into the tray of one cyber network, you will find around like 11 tray in total. So uh, actually, we in the beginning we don't try to make a lot of things like that, but during around like 2 months working on the idea, the concept of the cyber echo, and look at on the few different projects from BAYC, the Bay Area Yellow, if you know about that, and also on the other famous projects, we know that like we should make something that's really different from the other. At least we should like compare equal to them in some way, right? So we come up with the whole thing like because the Neko will be yourself in the metaverse. So we think that if we can match up on the domestic item, including like the glasses, the fur, the hair, and even the mouth, the emotion. What are the best part when we try to work on the cyber Neko? If you look into different cyber Neko as in our avatar, you will see that they kind of expression some kind of emotion. It's not just the trait. We're trying to put in different emotion in the cyber Neko, right? So it is like where we try to come up with more and more idea, try to make a lot of thread that we can. Actually, if you do the combination of on 11 tray, you will find like it is like the million possibility of the cyber Neko. And then we try to do the simulator, try to do the generated collection, and try to select the best. Not the best, but the random best 10,000 if you know the cyber Neko from the beginning. So that's how we come up with the tray of the cyber Neko.
That morning of the minting. Now, you guys, I would be curious to hear how it was on your end, right? So, for you guys, I'm assuming there's a lot of stress leading up to it, right? Because you're worried about is everything going to go right? You know, like you guys are kind of messing around with it on testnet. You're worried about, but once you have a flood of people going there and everyone's minting like crazy, and I'm sure for you guys had a lot of hype leading up to your project, and I know a lot of people were involved. Now, behind the scenes, I can't speak for everyone, but I'll tell you what I was doing, okay? What I was doing is I have a server of friends, small group, 10 or 20 people that we all help each other. I think everyone has that server, right? Or your small group of friends. So we were all minting
Wow.
Podtown like crazy. Like one of my friends minted 100, I think, or something. Like it was just addictive. Like it was one of those things that we were just addicted to. People were just like everyone was hitting them because it was just we were having a good time. You know what I mean? We liked seeing like randomly what would pop up, and then people were trading with each other just in the server. Like every new one was cool. Like I said, lights and a couple other ones. You could tell some of them were obviously like a little bit more rare than others, right? Some of them were really crazy, but I mean, I had a lot of fun during that morning of the initial mint, and a bunch of us were getting involved, and a bunch of us were minting stuff. So on my end, as a user, we had a lot of fun. It's always exciting to hit the mint button and then see what you got, right? I don't know if you guys are the same way.
Yeah, same here. Like this is lots of fun seeing you guys. Like a lot of people they try to live the NFT. And one of the best part, I had been like talking to our guardian. I mean like our moderator right now. That they share that like because like the cyber Neko, they look different because of the emotion. And also if you know like in the NFT PFP we got the rarity, right? The rarity of the cyber Neko. But for us it's different because like if the one come up with really special item on the uh, on them, they will be ranked very high. But some of the user, some of the Neko holder, they try to look for the bland one. So the cyber Neko without any trade. So it's like very cute one, very bland one. But another one, another team, they try to flip for the better one, the higher rank one. So and this it creates some kind of the atmosphere. It's really fun to see people. They flip NFT and they try to trade to each other.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, we were doing it in the server, just like friend to friend. Because like, oh, I like that attribute, I like that attribute. Of course, my friends that smoke one is smoking one. You know what I mean, and so on and so forth. So people were like trading, and it was like I said, that was cool. The minting process, like I said, was a lot of fun. The price, from what I recall, was very low barrier to entry, so people could participate and get involved. And like I said, that launch was a fun one for me. I like minting things. I like seeing what I get. I love random stuff. I know personally, I like the surprise of it. So me and my friends, we got really involved and we were excited about it. Now, how about was it for you guys leading up to it? Are you stressed out? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you guys also minting stuff live for contests and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like I said, it's really exciting at the moment. Back to that moment, right? Because like we see a lot of, it is our first time to doing that. It's because like Cyber Neko is really our very first project, and people love it. I see like people they try to acquire a lot of Neko as they can, and also like on the feedback about the art, and even like Hey Yun, she really surprised that the art, because like before that she hasn't been on the auction, and through Cyber Neko, the talent of her had been discovered by Gav and Tom Head, right? So on the team, we are very excited about it.
Yeah, like I said, it's a shame, so I know she's not here, but I'll give her a plug. If you guys get a minute, or we'll drop her a link in a minute, I would check out Heyun. Her stuff it's not just this style. She has a lot of different styles, and it's really cool. So I knew about Podtown, and then I knew her, but I didn't put together that she was doing this. So like I said, it's a shame she's not here. I'm sure there's something going on, but she has a lot of different styles, and check her stuff out beyond just this stuff. Her stuff is awesome. Now, if people want to get involved now, right? You did the mint. It was amazing. I had a lot of fun. All my friends spent a bunch of cash, and we got a bunch of NFTs. Now, if someone wants to get involved now, right? So I have the website pulled up. Now, there's people in the crowd, if they want to participate and they do not have a Cyber Neko right now and they wanted to get involved, what do they got to do right now?
I think that they can start by purchasing some Cyber Neko on PaintSwap, because our collection is still listed on there at first. And you can start from that to get yourself a Cyber Neko. Because Cyber Neko at first, as I told you, is like a passport to enter our metaverse. And inside that metaverse, we got a lot of fun things coming up right now. For example, the latest one is Pot Together, and Pot Together is made for people who already have Nekos, or even if they don't have it, they can still participate in it. So I think that can answer your questions. At first, if you want to purchase a Cyber Neko, you can go straight to PaintSwap, and if you don't, you can still get involved and be a part of Podtown.
Okay, so now I think I did it right. So oh wait, Light's ahead of me. All right, he's way ahead of me. Okay, I thought I was being slick. I'm like, I'm gonna share the collection. Light's already on top
the
of it.
light, man. He's the light.
Yeah.
He really is our light.
Well, Light, you're the fucking man. Thank you so much. So now, for everyone who's listening and not going directly to PaintSwap, sorry we double linked there, but you can't have too many links to Cyber Nekos, right? So if you go there right now and check it out, now I'm scrolling it, and some of these are bananas. Not all of them are for sale. I'm scrolling down here. Wow. Okay, so wow, you got the glowing skeleton one. Some of these are animated, which is all. I would assume that those. Oh, I see Heyun's up here, and some of you guys up here. So you have some animated ones as well. Now, how many of them are animated?
You mean like how many of Cyber Neko right now?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling and I see that some of them are like GIFs, like animated, and some of them aren't. Are a bunch of them animated or just a small portion?
Yeah, so the animated Cyber Neko is one of the rarest. So it's like is this the we have the ranking from common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythic. So the animated one usually be in the part of the mythic one. So it's like just a few. So I can say like from 3 to 5 around that.
Well, I'm looking light. It looks like you got the second one. Is that right? Am I looking at this correctly? Do you have the second one ever made? Oh, and
Yes.
DGen, are you rocking the first one? Wait, so you got first and I see how it is. I see how it is. All right, now I'm starting to get it. All right, so you're rocking the straight up number one. Well, you're on the team. I guess it's fair. I guess it's fair. Who's got the zero? Who's got the zero?
The zero right now is like it's still on the treasury. I remember, right?
Yes, it's still in the treasury.
Okay. No, dude, I just all of a sudden I'm scrolling. I'm like, wait, I think I recognize a couple of these. I think Heyun's rocking number 4. At least she was. You guys are running 1 and 2, and let's see here. Oh, Mia, yours is kind of. I don't see it in the top 10. What's going on? Oh wait, no, there you are, number 14. I see you. I found you. Okay,
Still not in the
all
top
right.
10.
Still not in the top 10.
Still
But
not in the
yours,
top 10, man.
well, regardless, I like yours. Like I said, yours is more akin to my vibe anyway. I don't have wings or anything else going on, so I dig yours, so I'm not sweating it. But these are badass. Okay, so let's start with, if you want one, it looks like the floor right now is 99 Phantom, if you wanted to get over there and get involved. So now you pick out your favorite Neko, and you have quite a few to choose from, and a lot of them are really badass. Most people probably can't afford top 10 or animated ones because they're too awesome. But if you do want to pick one up and get involved, we're looking at 99 Phantom. So now, once I pick out my favorite Cyber Neko, and now I head over to the website, right? Is that what's next? Walk me through it.
Right. So right now you can, with the new product we launched a couple weeks ago, called it Pot Together, you can actually stake your Neko and earn a part of the profit from it. So that's the perk of owning a Neko, right? So maybe we can talk a little bit about our Pot Together.
Please. Yeah. I mean, someone telling me that I take my NFT and go stake it somewhere is not a lot of people hear that, right? Like, you don't hear that often. So please tell me, yes, talk to me about it, pitch it to me. I want to stake all the things. Tell the people, tell me what is going on.
Maybe I'll talk a little bit about our roadmap and maybe what's coming up next with Portal, because we are building a DeFi metaverse, right? There are two parts of that term, DeFi and metaverse. Also, two of the biggest interests in the crypto right now. We want to combine the best of the both worlds. We envision Portal to be a metaverse with Neko being the first generation citizens. In that metaverse, we will have a lot of entertainment and financial activities, and maybe the Neko will benefit a lot from that, and that's our promise. So for the NFT and metaverse side of thing, Portal will be a modern cyber world and Zootopia kind of thing, and with a lot of gamification plan, we will make it possible for the audience to hang around and interact with each other, and then participate in the financial activities, and that's it. And for the DeFi aspect, we will make it more fun and exciting by gamification. So when combining those two, we will create a hub where people gather around and make money from it at the same time, right? So you will be able to buy land and build your own house and showcase your collection of NFTs and trading and buying stuff and going to the casino and renting out your space, etc. So what we want to do is instead of flipping around and making a profit, on the arbitrage of the market like most other NFT projects, we want to make it just you can earn money just by owning it. For now you can stake it and earn money. That's easy, right? So that's the case we're trying to build for Neko, and I think most others wouldn't be able to do. And in the long run, that's gonna be our key difference, advantages over the others. And about the Pot Together is DeFi farming lottery game where you deposit your crypto in and earn steady interest from yield farming while having a chance to win big money prize from our lottery without having to buy any tickets. Even if you don't win, right, you still have your deposit with you and a part of your interest, and that's the fun of the game. The idea of Pot Together actually is not new. It's been around for a long time. I think for the past couple hundreds of years in the 16th or 17th century, the traditional banks use it to incentivize people to, instead of keeping money at home, and they encourage people to save more and send money in the bank and create the market liquidity. And they call it, I don't know exactly, but they call it something like price linked saving account, something like that. So we want to bring that model into crypto, and we want to make DeFi farming more interesting, right? We want to give people a chance to gain exponential returns without risking their own money or anything. We
That's
kind of
right.
give a sense of security for those who are kind of risk averse, and everyone has a temptation to gamble sometimes, especially when the price is a huge pile of cash. So yeah, we take advantage of that psychological point and build a game, and people buy lottery all the time. So why not we build this game and make the fun out of it.
Now, real quick, for people that you guys are, you kind of glazed over the idea of a metaverse and having this, because you guys know it, right? You understand metaverse, you understand what this is going to do and what people are going to be experiencing and seeing. But if you're just a DeFi farmer, right? Like I obviously I do a ton of yield farming. If you're just someone who's familiar with adding liquidity or just staking something and you're familiar with owning an NFT, right? So probably almost everyone here at this point has an NFT. If you don't, let me know. We'll make sure that you get one. And you've probably done some farming. You've made some liquidity pairs and stuff like that. But when you guys start talking about things like metaverse, right? And having this character be your character in a game and buying land and things like this, can you just walk us through, like, if you didn't know anything about the metaverse or what exactly this is going to be? Like I said, you kind of glaze over it. Like, can you just explain what people would see or what they would be experiencing as far as a metaverse once they have their Neko?
For now, not much to do with it, but we are building a lot of games, right? There will be a lot of financial and in entertainment activity. For the entertainment part, we are coming up with a lot of games. I think we may release this next month, our first game. People can, it's like a strategy card game. People can pick a side and then use their utility and leverage something from their Neko, like some special trait that can be their advantage in the game, and play against each other or against other teams. So that's the first game we are launching maybe next month. Yeah. right. So apart from that, we will have a lot of other games like casino kind of thing, and we may team up with Green Finance because they are having a casino game, and we can integrate it into each other. We have a Neko branded casino table at Green Finance, and maybe Green Finance
Nice.
can have a building in our in our city, something like that. And people can have a slot of land. They can buy more land, or they can build a house on top of it, and plant tree and show off their NFT collection, something like that, and work on the street. And there will be a lot of towers. We call it tower and district, and some types of tower that are financial tower or lottery tower with the current product put together, right? And some other towers like council tower, where you make decision about the future of the town, and arena where people will play game and watch the entertainment performance, something like that.
Awesome. Like I said, and the fact that, like, for me in my brain, right? Well, first of all, I'm not that bright, right? So, like, when you guys are like, I'm picturing this would take, like, I don't know, in my head, if I were going to get started, I'd say 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So the fact that you guys are talking about, next month, that we're gonna be able to see some of this stuff is insane. I'm super excited. I mean, I know you guys are excited. I can't believe that you guys have done so much in such a short time.
Yeah, right. Because we are working under the hood, try to not to make some noise before we release it. But I think it's gonna be some kind of surprise gift for this Christmas if we can be able to to make it.
Oh, yes, bring out the Christmas presents, man. Get me now. I'm looking at the pools just so I have an understanding. So I got the website pulled up, and I do notice that if the Phantom Tomb pool looks like it has a pretty nice prize. Looks like you could win over $4,000 right now. So if someone wanted to participate in that, now if I wanted to win $4,000, I would love $4,000. For example, I feel like my life is missing about $4,000 right now, especially with Christmas coming, and I feel like all of us a little bit in crypto have a little bit of gambler in them, right? I think there's something that goes hand in hand. So if I wanted to win this $4,000, and I do, what would I have to do?
Right. So we have currently, I think we have 6 pools. There will be 2 pools for Tom Finance, and another pool for Spirit, and 2 pools for Reaper, and 1 pool for Boo. So you can head over to Spooky or PaintSwap to get your LP tokens and deposit, and that's it. You just deposit, sit back, and wait for the money to come in.
Let me guess. Light already dropped the link. Yep, he did. Okay. I'm not even gonna bother anymore. Light, you just obviously have this handled. You'll save me a lot of time because you're doing a much better job. I'm slow. I'm copy pasting. I'm thinking I'm helping. I'm not. Light's ahead of it. Okay, cool. So now we got Pod together, and now we got the pools. Cybernate 66666. Fax prod profile. Okay, cool. Now we talked about a little bit of what's coming down the pike. Now, do you guys want to get into a couple questions here that I have from the public, or is there anything else that you want to tell me that's coming down the pike before we get into some questions here?
I think I may need to talk a little bit more about how it works, because most of the time people just don't really get it. They I don't mean they don't get it, but they misunderstood how it works, right? So I'm gonna go with an example. You have a cow, and we have a farm. So you send the cow to us. Every day we harvest the milk for you. You don't have to do anything. So after harvesting, we will send you half of the milk harvested from your cow. So the other half could be contributed to the lottery fund, like the huge pool of milk from the village where everyone in the village contributed. So at the end of the day or at the end of the week, you still have your cow, half of the milk, and you might be able to win that huge, pile of milk that we, collected from everybody. So that's a metaphor for the game, right? So when you deposit the money into pot together, you have 50% of your interest. That's sent back to you every day, and it's auto compounded thanks to the technology, the auto compound from Green Finance. We don't have to do anything about that. And the other half could be contributed to the lottery fund. So it's different from the typical lottery that people, it's a zero-sum game. It's not the case here. You don't have to spend money to buy the ticket. And second, you don't lose your interest. At least you have a half of it, right? So yeah, I hope that's clear for most people.
Yeah. So now, if I
Yeah.
was generating, let's just say 10% a month off of my farm. Now,
Mhm.
instead of generating 10%, I'm going to generate 5% right back into my pocket, and then the other
Exactly.
5% is going to go into a large pool, which is essentially part of, that would be me getting my lottery ticket to get involved into this much bigger pool. So now it's 5% of everyone that's involved, and then someone has the opportunity to win that one big monster pot.
For now, it's not one big, but it's split it into 5. But we will make it more interesting in the future with a lot of smaller prize, to excite people about, to give people a sense of winning something, even though it's just a smaller prize. One big prize, some smaller prize, and a lot of small prize.
Yeah, but I mean that's still A, fun, and B, depending on how much it is. I mean, depending on how much money that you have involved, right? How much your LP
Sure.
is.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
someone to just win $100, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? I mean, $4,000 is a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Right.
But $100, 200, like what you guys might be saying, small prizes to some people. One of the things that I realized very early on that was very humbling for me in crypto in general is that you're dealing with people from around the world. You're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with people in all different types of economic situations from different countries. Some people only have $50 in this and they're working from a cell phone. And of course, obviously, we know there's plenty of whales. I know some. I'm not one, but I know some of them. Like, I understand that there's a lot of money involved, but people forget sometimes that there's also not a lot of money involved. So small things like this, what might seem small to some people,
Exactly.
but for someone to win $60 or $100 or $200, that's a lot of money. In a lot of countries, that's a week's pay. So I don't brush that off as small. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned the whale because I think a lot of people will have this concern as well. So I'm gonna just go into it a little bit. Here we have to admit that whales do win, right? They win often, more often than anybody else, right? We call it smaller fishes. So it's an undeniable fact, but people often forget to mention the fact that whales do contribute more than anybody else in the pool, and not only they contribute to the prize pool, but they contribute to the reserve. So the concept of the reserve is that I forgot to mention that we have something in the pool for right now that's for your advantage. We seeded around like 200 to 300k into the first couple rounds, so people will have more prize to win.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's cool.
we invested some money in it, 200k to
You put a
300k.
quarter.
So
You put $250,000 in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, well, thank you.
that,
Thank you.
so that money will sit there and generate the profit and contribute all of them into the lottery prize without being eligible to win, right? So, for example, you put in $20 and then you basically will have potential of earning the double of that because of the seed fund we invested in the pool, right? So yeah, that's something for the beginner to get started right now because for the early rounds we're gonna keep doing that until further notice, further announcement from us.
Yeah,
Wow.
actually, I
Yeah,
want
go,
to put
go.
in. Let's put it like because it is still very in early. We just start the ball together. It's just around like 1 week or 2 weeks, and this is right now we don't do much of marketing on that. So right now we want to work with lots of people on how we can improve the TVL or how to improve the UX of the product itself. And also, if you know, like when we say this is the cyber Neko, is about of the metaverse. There is two other things that you should pay attention to. So if you are the Neko holder, when you stake the Neko, you will receive part of the revenue from both together. So it's like you let your Neko go to work and you just sit there to receive the revenue from the town business. And the second part is like on the gambling activity. No, and should not gambling, but on the game activity, this will help us to gain some kind audience, and then we will release the land piece NFT through the town activity through the gambling, right? So it's like you not just win the money, you not just win the lottery, you also win. You may have chance, if you are the winner, you may have chance to win the NFT. For later, it will assemble at the land. So this is a lot, and this is the alpha for you guys.
Wow. So, all right, let me process. Hold on. Lot to unpack there. Um, every time I think I got it, I'm pretty sure I do not have it. Okay, so now if you guys not if, right, but when this project gets gigantic, right, and you guys are generating more and more revenue on the site. Now, if you have a staked Neko, now you're earning some of that just through owning a Neko and staking it on the site. So as you guys get bigger and bigger, that the owners of these NFTs will also benefit.
Exactly. Yeah, right now the 7.5% of the profit, the earning from pot together will be distributed to all the Neko staker, right? So the bigger the pool get, the bigger the earning for the Neko staker gets, right?
All right, so technically I could almost kind of pay myself, right? So if I
Right.
if I own it, if I own a Neko and I'm staking my Neko and I have liquidity that I'm adding, so now if I have a Neko and I have some liquidity, I could be earning revenue with my Neko from what I'm adding and what I'm generating, and I'm also having the opportunity to possibly win a prize pot. So it's like a two-part thing. So if I got my NFT and I got my liquidity on your site, I'm actually kind of paying myself through staking the NFT, and I also have the option to win a lottery prize pool. Do I have that correct?
There you go.
Yes, correct.
All right. This is why I have to do the interview. You want to pick someone who's not that bright. Okay, other people might have understood this. I think it's just starting to come together now. Hopefully I'm not the only person who wasn't fully getting it. Now I get it. And now I'm even more excited. I mean, I already own an NFT. I already own one, so it doesn't matter. But for other people, see, that's interesting and that's cool. And I don't know a lot of other people that are doing that, A. And B, you guys are working with some good people. Now, I think I'm horrible with timelines. Like I said, I'm totally burnt. But I think the last AMA I did was with Grim, and those guys are awesome. So you already have a partner with Grim, who I love. Those guys are awesome and innovating all the time. And
Yeah.
then you guys have are obviously going to be onboarding more people or more partners soon.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be opening doors for a lot of new partnership to come in, not just in DeFi but also in NFT, because with the upcoming metaverse, uh, I think we will be able to integrate other projects into our metaverse and allow other citizens of other projects to to live in the city and work on the street and do stuff like normal Neko owner would do. So that's an open door for other projects to come in. And on the other hand, for the DeFi community, I think we're gonna work with some other projects, awesome like Tum Finance, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah, something like that. We're gonna keep looking for more opportunity to participate in the community. Yeah.
I love that because, again, one of the things that I do love about Phantom, and I think, I hope you guys agree, that I like versus a lot of the other chains and a lot of the other places that I've been, and I've been everywhere. I've been in since 2017, so I've been on Ethereum, I've been on Solana, I've been everywhere. But
Yeah.
what you guys seem to understand, which a lot of times people don't, is everyone's looking out for just themselves or their project. But really, if Phantom worked together, right? If there was more partnerships and more people integrating and more people working together, like you're talking about, it's better for everyone instead of everyone being themselves. And it looks like you guys are kind of taken to that. I think it's interesting that you guys have the opportunity to not only partner up with other protocols, but you have the opportunity to partner up with other NFT artists, which a lot of projects can't say.
Yeah, exactly. Like 1 week ago, we organized one of the biggest giveaway of the Phantom community. We partnered up with more than 25 other NFT and DeFi projects to circulate a pool of more than 100 prize to give out. And one of the conditions for people to join the giveaway is to say something that they love the most about Phantom community. So it's not surprised that we have more than 90% of the answer would be, the community is awesome and helpful and it's very cozy. So yeah, that's say something about the community, right?
I mean, this is that's why I personally fell in love with Phantom originally. I had been on a bunch of different, like I said, networks and everything else. And once I started hopping around in the Discords and hopping around, I don't want a FUD Telegram. I know a lot of people like it. I prefer Discord. So I was mostly on Discord, right? And Twitter. No offense to Telegram, it's just not my scene. But anyway, like I instantly thought that the people and the community and the way that almost every project was talking to each other and helping each other, I thought was awesome. So it sounds like you guys have taken that on. And I started in this space and I'm where I am now just from trying to hang out and build community as much as I can. Not just for Tomb, but for any project that I get involved in. Even though I'm a terrible moderator on every other project that I'm involved in.
Coma is the
I'm,
best.
I'm awful. I'm a terrible moderator. Honestly, never hire me. I'm trash. I'll hit some of the questions here, and this is one that you kind of touched on. So it says, the Neko NFTs will be the pass to being a citizen of Podtown. Does that mean there will only ever be up to 6,666 citizens, or will there be more mints? Now, I know you just kind of mentioned that you might have other projects involved, but are you guys going to be doing other mints and to put out other citizens?
Yeah, we got a plan to do another collection, but it's not the Neko, but it should be the Inu or the Kuma or something like that. But it's not the Neko anymore. So it's like the answer is yes, but not the Neko.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, and that's cool too. I mean, variety is the spice of life. I don't want to eat the same thing every day. I love the Neko as much as I like pizza, but I like other things too. So I mean that's fine. I can get down with that. I love the Nikos, but other stuff, and I mean, especially because these are so badass, right? So I would love to see what else you guys are going to do. I see the Nikos, I like them, so I'm curious as to see what else you guys are going to do. I see another question here. How do the OG card NFTs factor into the plan? I am one of those holders. I'm not reading this because I'm a holder. This is an actual question. But how do the OG cards come into play?
So
Okay.
Dijen, you want to get it?
Yeah, let me answer the question.
Okay.
Lots of people asking for the OG cards. So basically, when you mean the Neko, right, you will get around like 5% that had been split into the royalty of 2% that will be redistributed to yourself, and the 2% of as the holder, and the 1% for the team. So the OG CAC right now, we try to NFT the right for the people to receive the royalty of the Neko resale on the secondary market like PaintSwap or in other future market, right? So this is like the first utility of the OZ card. The second utility that we are thinking of like in the next quarter of next year, we are launching the next product, and the OG cards, when you hold when you are the OG card holder, you can leverage on it, so you can be validated or you can get discount or something like that. So OG card mean a lot.
So yeah, I want to add something to this. In the new society, when Neko is a citizen, the OG card will give you a different kind of power, another advantage amongst the current Neko owner. It's like saying, I'm the pioneer and I discovered this land. I'm the Christopher Columbus that found America, something like that.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
I'm the elder of the tribe, so my words will be more, more important, and you should start listening to me right now, something like that. So it gives you power and advantages, right?
Well, good. Then I'm gonna be very powerful because I have one of those. So whatever comes, I'm locked and loaded. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about everybody else. So
Yeah.
I'm good, and that's awesome. Now I do see. So some of the questions that I'm reviewing, we kind of went over a bunch of it, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've already hit an hour. How crazy is that? That went like, I don't know about for you guys, but that felt like 5 minutes to me. So now I
I
do
had
see a
fun,
question.
man.
I hope so, man. I had fun. I mean, like, I don't do these like I do them because I enjoy them, or I would, I like talking to people, and I like learning about the projects personally, and especially this one because I'm a Neko fan and because you guys have so much going on. I was excited about this one, and I was excited to talk to you guys. But I do see a question that this is, you don't have to give me alpha, right? I'm not poking around for alpha, but I see a question that I'm kind of curious too. Now, I know we talked about gaming a month out, right? But I see something that, someone's essentially saying, like, as far as the future of Podtown, maybe even not everything that you have done or that's coming in the next month or two, but as we're at the hour mark and we're kind of wrapping up, I just wanted, like, what would be the huge vision, right? Like the monster vision for Podtown and where this is going to go. Where do you see, like, if it was a year from now or 2 years from now, like, what do you hope it could be in the end?
Yeah, I think we kind of went through that already with some, lore about the metaverse and DeFi activities. So I'm gonna summarize it a little bit. In the long run, we're gonna create a hub where a lot of people gather together and make money together, right? Not just having fun, because that's a part of the game, and obviously you have to have fun to play in it, and you want to emphasize, well, to focus more on helping people making money from, DeFi market and NFT in general. So the metaverse will have two parts. The first is the NFT. The second is DeFi. So you have fun, you make money, and that's the basic spirit. Yeah.
I love that motto. Have fun and make money.
Yeah.
I would wear that T-shirt. I didn't realize that was kind of my life's goal. In a lot of ways. I mean, be healthy, make money, have fun. I mean, these are all like pretty awesome concepts. So if ultimately that's your goal, I think that's amazing. And another thing that I wanted to say too, which I picked up on as you guys were talking, that some people are saying, oh, 1% goes to the team or to the project or whatever. Or, people think that some of these things are a negative thing. But as I was processing, I realized that some of these things are also $250,000 goes back to the people, right? Like some of these things, it's not like now everyone on the team is driving a Lamborghini. Like a lot of this money goes back. But this is what people picture, right? People think, oh, okay, so 1%, okay, I'm doing my math. Okay, so Light is driving a Ferrari, Tono's got 2 Lamborghinis, Mia's got an estate in Milan. You know what I mean? I don't think people realize where some of this money goes.
I'm walking barefoot now.
I'm in a basement. I'm in a basement on a computer that the community bought for me in socks and sweatpants. So I drive an 04 Jeep. So yeah, I'm not rich by any means. I just wanted to make that clear, and I think that's awesome that you guys are bringing that money back to the community.
Yeah, we try not to make money by now. That sounds cheesy, but yeah, we are not making money right now, but we want to build the community first, and we will keep doing that for I think for the next couple of years until we get the strong community around it, and we'll see from there.
On the Neko holder will make it.
All the Nicolas will make it. There you go. You heard it first. Yeah. If no one, well, good. Then I'm gonna make it. Phew, man. I was worried. I've just been thinking about stressing. Every time my 2004 breaks down, I'm wondering how. But I might have to get involved in some lotteries. At least I got a Neko, and I know I'm gonna make it. Is there anything else that you guys want to touch on before we wrap up, or any final thoughts or comments?
I think there's one more thing that I want to add.
Please.
Yes. Since we chose Phantom to work on in the first place, so because of his community is very supportive. So with everything is going on in Pot Town, all the product is coming up, and we're also working on new ideas too. And we are very welcome all the suggestion or comments or anything that you think that we can better work on it, or anything that you might think that could be a great thing to add on, then feel free to suggest us, and we're open to all the ideas from the community. As Tono mentioned before, because we want people to make money and have fun, so all the ideas are welcome here.
Love it. So please, there's links. If you guys look at this pinned message in the AMA Podtown channel, there's links to their website. There's links to their Discord. Our boy Midori did a really nice job putting this pin together. So if you guys have any, ideas or things that you can add to the table, or things that they might find interesting, please head over to their Discord server, join it. They have a great community, great people that will listen to your feedback and take that in. Guys, thank you. What is it? Make money and have fun. All right. That's the biggest takeaway for me.
That could be a tagline.
Make money and have fun is the biggest takeaway I've gotten it, and I promise you that I'm gonna do it. Right. I got my Neko. I'm an OG. I want to make money. I want to have fun. So
make money, have fun, and repeat.
Yeah, in an infinity loop, right? Just for eternity. And how much more fun is it with your friends, right? So get involved with the community. Make money, have fun with your friends, and guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that you guys came on and talked to me. I can't even tell you. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you hanging out. And when you guys do unleash a bunch of this stuff that's coming, maybe in the next couple months, maybe we could sit and talk again, and pick up where we left off with all of this stuff now. So maybe we could sit down in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Coma, for having us here today and talking to us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, guys, thank you guys, everyone, for joining us. Make money and have fun. That's what you got to do. I would start right now, and I would cue some kind of exit music, but I don't have any. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will talk to everyone and see everybody in the server soon. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Coma.
Thank you.
Later, guys. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good Sunday.